and welcome back. It's nice to see you in a different place in our new recording studio. I hope you enjoy it as much as we are. And today we're going to talk about Massage 101, Spinal Flow 101, Skincare 101, a little bit of the information we believe you should know before coming to get one of these services. And I'll open up the floor to whoever wants to start talking about your traits, why you charge, and anything you want to share with an audience that they need to know before they come and get some of our services. Who wants to
Go
start?
ahead.
Okay, well, first of all, I do massage, I do reflexology, trigger point work. I also have been trying to perfect a neck and face massage, combined with cranial as well, and sound healing, axillary bars. There's a lot of things that I have been obtaining, tools per se. And
Yes. So let me ask you, before I come and get one of your services, let's say I'm going to come get a massage. What do you need from me, the client?
first of all, I sent you a questionnaire, and you should be kind enough to please fill out this questionnaire, or tell me.
If you wants to say something.
Oh, no,
Yes.
no. I'm like, yes,
Oh.
she's right. I'm like, yes.
And the reason for this questionnaire, as it's not to bug you, it's not to, oh, I have to do this when I'm looking for relaxation. No, it's so that I can know and be prepared for you, for your session. What is it that hurts you? What is it that is bothering you? Why are you coming to see me? Are you just coming for relaxation? Do you have allergies? Do you have any medical problems that I need to be aware of? There's a lot of things, even though people might think it's just a massage. It's not just a massage. I need to know a lot of things from you before I touch you.
And we get it. We're not a medical office, because a lot of the times I know you guys get upset because we're asking for certain medical questions, but there's a reason. What would it be for like massage, for example?
Say for instance, if they recently had a surgery. If they recently had a surgery, we do need to have a consent release from the doctor that that person is okay to be receiving a massage. Why? Because maybe there's medication that the person is taking, where if we start massaging, there's blood flow, there's all these things that can accelerate the heart, can do something where it affects the medicine that the person is taking, or if they have diabetes, or if they have some type of skin problem, or skin cancer, or some type of illness where we might, instead of helping the client, we're affecting or even increasing whatever symptoms they're having into a worse manner.
Good, and I think also keeping in mind, like, once they come in, let's say they do fill that out and they come in and you have additional questions you're asking, also don't get upset if we request to like cancel or reschedule your appointment, because that can happen as well. You know, maybe there's something that you missed in the questionnaire and, you know, we asked in the session.
Yes.
Yes, and to add to that, it gives us the ability to create and customize your massage or your session because we already know your history. We don't have to take extra time to build and customize the appointment right there and then. You gave us the time to look over your history, do something that is customized just for you, and it's easier for the therapist or the esthetician to know what to do and to give you better service. That's the reason for the intake form. Another thing too is, for example, for spinal flow, I'm sending a questionnaire. Yes, it's very deep, but once you turn in that questionnaire, it lets me know already where is there a blockage in the spine. When you come to me, the intention, what I'm doing, it's easier for it to be targeted instead if I'm trying to figure it out while you're there looking at me or watching me. It's already done and it's saving us time. So that's the point of our intake form, to know your history, how can we better help you, what's the best approach for you so we can customize these sessions for you. That's the very crucial point when it comes to that. Another thing too, in massage or in spinal flow, or even including with skincare, in the past, it was okay for you to come from construction work, from the gym, from wherever you were, but now let's be mindful. COVID-19, it's still real. So we definitely appreciate if your hygiene is up to par when you come. We understand if it's something minor, you've been out and about for the whole day, we get it. But if you come from construction worker, from something where a haircut, something where it's there's a lot of hair, there's dust, there's bacteria. It is best if you come groomed and hygiene. Why? Because it's a better experience for yourself, also for your therapist, and also right after your session you can just go rest, go ahead and process the session. So that's another thing that we truly appreciate. And another thing that I want to add is the pricing. Sometimes I've heard people say, why do you charge so much if you're just holding? But it goes way beyond holding. There is technique that goes in that hold. Heads are very heavy. Heads can weigh from 10 to 20 pounds depending on the person. Now imagine just holding it with your fingers for 10 minutes. And then the type of pressure that you apply is also very different type of pressure. It takes a lot of muscle support. It takes a lot of technique. For products, different products, they have different pricing. You need to know the skin texture, and of course I'll let B tell you more about that. But when it comes to massage, there's a lot of schooling that went into the technique. It's not just what you see. There's an actual science and art to it. So please be mindful of truly paying for it, for the body work, what it's worth. And why not be also mindful about being gratuity, being gracious to your therapist, because they're using a lot of their healing power or their healing abilities to help you heal faster. And I have one more thing to add, if you girls don't mind.
No, go ahead.
The other one that is a big pet peeve in the massage world is the happy endings. If some of you find the humor in that, that's great. I mean, whatever makes you laugh, it's good. But as a therapist, that's an insult. Please don't bring up the happy endings or the happy beginnings.
Is it true that being called a masseuse is improper?
Yes.
I learned that at my previous employer. Okay, please clarify that, because I see that all the time.
Yes, it sounds fancy. It does sound fancy, but back in the day, a masseuse or a masseur was a prostitute. And that's not what we're
a massage parlor.
A massage parlor, usually
Really?
people call them massage parlors where you have the happy endings. And I guarantee you, by being sun, self-love, and skin essentials, we're not about that. Everything is very professional. And please, if you think it's funny,
You know, you get karate chopped right in the chest if you try to ask for something like that.
yes, please. It's not funny. And don't insult your therapist. Like I mentioned, we go through a lot of schooling. We go through a lot of technique to be where we're at for us to have that name. And don't ask for the happy ending either, please. And if you're going to not show up, please give us 24 hours so we can cancel your appointment. And just be mindful of all these things. They might seem minor, but they do make a big difference.
Yeah.
Now, what I want to add a little bit of like, I guess like the fun side of like massage and skincare, more for massage, I would say, from my own experience. If you're gonna book an appointment and it's your first time, even if it's not your first time, I mean, everybody is different, but try and book more than just an hour, even if it's just an hour and a half, if you can, do the 2 hours. Reason being, it takes, if it's your first time especially, it takes a while for you to actually like get to that relaxation mode to be able to really enjoy the massage. Because I remember I would get an hour and ya faltaban like 15 minutes, and I'm like, that's it, I was barely getting comfortable. So I think that's just like something really
So
good.
that's a great point, and that's another reason why it's so important, the questionnaire, because it also allows me, say for instance, if you tell me, is that I have like a pain in my neck or I have a pain in my lower back, I can see or refresh on certain modalities to help you with that. And also, a lot of clients always ask you, why if I tell you I have back pain, are you massaging my gastrocs? Because
What's
a lot
that?
of your hamstring.
Oh.
I'm sorry, your hamstrings. I'm so sorry, gastrocs. Well, actually, it's all
It could all be connected.
It's all connected. The whole body, the skin, the muscle, everything is connected to itself. So if you're trying to relax the lower back, you need to relax from the gastrocs to the hamstrings to the glutes, which are a big muscle, and then work the back. And I can assure you that even the upper back has to be also massaged and relaxed, because everything is pulling on each other, and that's why you have that section tight. And so even say for instance, yes, we have been doing this for quite a while, but sometimes it gives us a refresher, like, hey, this client of mine does this.
Which reminds me another thing, guys, that it's very important. If you're coming to us with 25 years plus of chronic pain and you want one session to remove all these layers that you've been accumulating throughout the years, it's not going to happen. If your muscles come very contracted, it's not going to be the same as massaging somebody that is 20 years old, as massaging somebody that is 42 years old and wanting this maximum results. Remember, if you're also asking for deep pressure, look at their body frames. If you're going to be bigger than us and you want us to do deep, we can only go so far, and if we go further than what we can give, we're hurting our joints.
And they can speak up too, because a lot of times they won't, and then it interferes with what they were supposed to get.
Now to that, like say for instance, how she just said it, that a lot of the times clients come to us and they're like, oh, my back hurts, and they want us to fix that within an hour, when you've been working in construction or doing
Your
hard
body
labor.
it gives a story, and so does your wrinkles. I mean,
That's
it's
what I
years.
was going to ask you. So if I say, for instance, I'm 55 and I have wrinkles, and I'm like, well, just sell me a cream. Why can't you just sell me a cream, or tell me what cream is good so I can get rid of these wrinkles? What would you say to that?
No, that it's going to take time. It's going to take patience and trust. You have to trust the journey. I will give you expectations. Let you know that it can, pretty much for anything, it can take up to 6 weeks for you just to even start to notice the difference. So.
And discipline. If you're gonna go
Yes, and
home
discipline.
and not do the regimen that was told for you to do, and then you're coming not seeing results, and I'm so sorry, guys, I am very passionate right now, because it's your health. It's your responsibility to take care of yourself. So we're just here to be the vessels to help you. But if you're going to expect for us to do the whole healing, I'm so sorry, it's not gonna work. It's not. You have to do the work. And that's the giving in anything that you want to do in life. So just remember that. If you truly want to heal, if you want to see your skin get better, if you want to feel better, you have to do the homework. There's no other way around it. I already tried the shortcuts. It doesn't work. It doesn't work, and I'm sorry that I'm being very blunt, but that's the truth. And if you want to come to me, it's for results, and that's why we're being so transparent, that you're gonna have to do your part too.
You know the example I love to give, used to give a lot, but it's reminding me. It's like a car. You're gonna be driving your car, you're gonna use it. You need the oil changes to maintain the car. So it doesn't matter if it's been years of trauma to your skin or your body. Even if you've always taken care of yourself, take care of yourself at least once a month, because you need that oil change, so to say, or that reset for your body and your skin. So, I mean, even your mind. I mean, skincare, massage, the healing sounds, all of that, I think plays a huge part in keeping sane.
And do you have clients that ask you, why do you charge so much for that?
Of course, I do. And those clients, I feel, will stick to me because they believe in me. And then others was just not their cup of tea. But I will say, in my defense, I'm not using the ordinary for my facials. Now, do I give recommendations? Of course. I know we all have different pocketbooks, so I will give different recommendations, whether it's over the counter or professional. But keep in mind, I do charge a slight fee when it comes to me recommending something over the counter, and the reason being is because of the knowledge. I am obsessed with ingredients, so I feel like I could charge that fee or should be able to charge that fee because of the experience. Now I know if something I recommend is going to work the way it's supposed to for your skin.
Now, I know that, for instance, for massage, for us, we have to be renewing our license every so often. So we have to also invest in courses, or if there's a new modality that people are asking for, we'll invest in that. Isn't that the same for you?
Yeah, every 2 years we have to do renewing. Not only because we have to renew, but like you said, there's different modalities or different things that you want to add to keep things fun, fresh, exactly.
And so that's another thing that you need to understand. If you want to always feel, well, I've been coming to this person for so many years,
not doing the homework,
and it's still the same thing. No, we always have to find new modalities, find a way to surprise the client, to even...
We do it for you guys, really.
Yes, the experience is customized for you, even holding your space. If you go through a session and it's very relaxing, we have to hold a space. If we notice you're having a breakthrough or you're having an emotional release, holding that space, even let's say we're working on some cranial sacral and our hands are tired already, but you're having a breakthrough, and just being mindful, I cannot move because this person is having a breakthrough, and you have to use the last energies you have to just uphold the muscles or the pelvic or whatever it is that you're working on. That takes a lot of work. The aromatherapy, the experience, enhancing everything together. The ambience, all of that makes the session unique and the experience.
But going back with like the home care, like you guys are saying, like providing home care, you or we see ourselves 365 times a year. In skincare, it's twice because you do skincare in the morning and at night. So the real homework at taking care of yourself does start at home, because technically if it's once a month, we get to see you only 12 times in a year. So taking care of yourself at home also is very, very important. Doing the stretches or the certain things that you guys recommend. And with me, doing your skincare, making sure you wash your face, putting on your serums, moisturizers, and number one would be like sunscreen. But
yes,
that's probably the most important thing. Doing the homework at home. The other thing, showing up on time. If you can show up 10 minutes earlier, because we need to evaluate, see what your new goals are at the end. Also, we have a buffer time, about 15 minutes, to go ahead and refresh, clean the sheets, put new sheets, escort you out. And then sometimes I understand you want to stay and talk, but you got there late, and then we need to start late, and then we finish late, and then that post communication happens, and it throws the whole schedule for us the rest of the day. So be mindful of that. It's not any different from you going to a doctor's office, and that's even worse, because when you go to a doctor's office, you're there for 4 hours.
Te quedas un buen rato.
So they can see you for 10 minutes, and you don't rebuttal their prices. You don't ask them certain things. So please, please, please be mindful of all of this. We do this because we care for you and we want you to have the best experience, but at the same time, we also have an agenda to run in the back end. So we just want to give you a little bit of an insight what happens when you come to these sessions. And just be mindful. We're just like any other healthcare profession. The only difference is we're holistic, we're based in working with muscles, working with spirit, working with skin, holistic approaches. Same thing with sound healing. I mean, all the modalities that we do. We just want you to know what goes behind the scenes to make this available for you and to make it happen.
And as also, when a therapist tells you under the sheet, please do get under the sheet.
Oh my God, I was about to say that. I'm like, girl.
I mean, it's understandable. There's clients that it's their first time. They're nervous. They don't know what to expect. They don't know what's going to happen. But when there's a flat sheet. It's almost like your bed. There's your flat sheet that goes on the
Fitted
mattress,
sheet. Or
the
yeah.
fitted sheet,
Or your
and then your flat sheet, and
Your
then there's
blanket.
another blanket. So just like you would go in your bed, you
For
would
most.
take your flat sheet and your cover and get inside. Don't
In
go
between
on
those
top.
sheets. And you know what? I actually, with you bringing that up, I will try my hardest to remember to say exactly that. Okay, I'm going to step on out. You're going to undress from your waist up, get underneath the sheets. You're going to get in between the fitted sheet and the flat sheet with the blanket on top. Once I come back inside, I'll go ahead and adjust what's needed. Don't forget to face up, since it is a skincare treatment. Now, there are times that I come in and people are facing down, or like you said, para arriba, shishis para todos lados.
That's the other thing. If you don't remember how to get on the table, just know this. We don't want to see
Skin.
no breast. We don't want to see no butt. We don't want to see no front. So just get under the sheet. That's
Or
all.
cover up or stay
Something. Go
clothed
come
and
in.
then, yeah.
And adjust however we need to. And the other thing is, don't also try to get away with certain gray areas. For example, if you're having gluteal work, lifting the hip, so something in the front can be exposed. That's not welcome either. So things like that, we will stop your session at that point in time, and you're no longer welcome. No answers or buts. So that's what I wanted to add.
And the reason for that as well, and let me go ahead and add this because it's very important. We can lose our license, and
It's our livelihood. It's our
have
job.
worked very. First of all, you have to go to school, which you paid a lot of money to go to school. Second of all, to take that test, it's hard, it's nerve-wracking, it's learning so many things and remembering all those things for that test. And third of all, it is like how she said, our livelihood. It's what we support our families, what we support our home, our everything. So please don't do that, because you wouldn't want for me to come to your place of business and mess everything up for you. That's the same way for us.
And another thing too, let's give respect for those persons or that people that has been going through human trafficking. I really
Yes.
don't want to be part of that. And when people come and do that into our business, that's part of promoting that. And I'm really not.
And as a matter of fact, at my studio, which I'm pretty sure you guys have it up too, we're now required to have a sign for sex trafficking, and there is I think it's a 1-800 number that's on there. And I think that was a pretty bright idea to do. I actually know the person who came up with the idea, and I thought that was really cool. So if you ever do come into one of our clinics, or I guess, my clinic, and you are experiencing something like this, you don't want to mention it to me, that's fine. There is that 1-800 number there. Unless you have a child that is underage, I really do not allow another person in my studio. So, other than the person who's receiving a treatment. So, if you feel comfortable enough to be able to say something, please do.
Yes. Oh, and that's one more thing. That's good that you brought the minor, because when it comes to massage, if we have a minor that is coming to our establishment, there
Then
has
we
to
require.
be an adult present, and the adult has to be either one of the parents. And
It's
there's
not just
a
massage,
legal
guys, or
guardian.
skincare. There's a lot behind it, and that's true, because a lot of people think, it's just a massage, he'll be fine. But yet a lot of the times they're so young, they don't know how to feel. Maybe they're feeling uncomfortable just because you're massaging too low on the back, and you were not trying to make them feel uncomfortable. So it's best that the parents are there.
Yes, especially the one that has more interaction with that child, because you know your child. I know when my kid, and she's already 24, when she's stressing or when she clenches, I'm like, oh, something's wrong. So I know how to read her body language and everything. Therefore, you as the parent, hey, you know what? I think it's a little bit too deep, or please don't do the glutes or something. But you're also there to supervise on your child, your baby, the one you love. So when we say a parent must be present, don't get upset. It's the law, and it's for the safety of the child.
Yes. And so sorry.
Go ahead.
And our last session is at 8. So meaning by 9 we are done with massage. Please do not call after 9 p.m. asking for a massage, because those are after hours and we do not work 24 hours. It's based by appointment only. So please, if you need to schedule, call us, text us, let us know, but nothing's going to be after 9 p.m.
Now, I have a question for you, Newbie. Say, for instance, a person that has never gotten a facial and they don't know if they're allergic to anything. They're like, you know what? I just use soap and water. And how would you, or what would you recommend for this person for their first facial?
So I have two different options. I have the basic facial and the custom facial, but I do take a look a lot at the skin. A lot of the times they could be allergic to something that they only ingest and not so much apply, or vice versa. So yeah, that's why the questionnaire is there. And if they don't know, then I will base it off of like the best of my knowledge. Like I said, analyzing the skin, probably choose the most basic things to help build the barrier of the skin. And then eventually, if I'm noticing that they're not reacting a certain negative way, then I'll continue to add more to the treatment. But everything is completely customizable.
And if, say, like it's a young teenager and they have a lot of acne, they've never gotten, like I mentioned, they've never gotten a facial, they don't know, but they're like, you know what, this is not.
Yeah, so you can actually start an advanced treatment, for example, a chemical peel, as soon as the signs are present. If the signs are present, and this is based off of what I use in my business, which is PCA, and they are safe for all skin types and pretty much all skin types and all age groups. So yeah, as soon as the symptoms are present, you can start treating that with an advanced treatment. But I think giving off a lot of information, the expectations of what to expect during and after and before is very important.
Now, is it important for, say, for instance, a client who's very fair skinned to tell you they're very fair skinned? They have problems when they're in the sun. They get just red, no sunburn, no nothing, just red. Is that important for you to know?
Yes, absolutely. Because it could be a sign of sensitivity. For example, rosacea. A lot of people don't know they have rosacea. Now, I cannot diagnose it, but I can tell pretty much right away when it is present. So yeah, definitely it is very important, because it could be sensitivity to the sun, it could be rosacea. If they come in straight from working out and they're coming in with fire engine red skin, it's already heated, I'm not going to apply a chemical exfoliant, because that's also going to bring up the temperature of the skin. So then that's how you can create a chemical burn.
Oh, and to add to this, same treatment, chemical peel, was done to her. One by her and one by another esthetician. We're not going to mention names.
Was this in the same place?
We're not going to mention names or places.
Oh.
So, same treatment, guys. Very different results. One person had the knowledge. One person did not have the same knowledge. What happened to your skin?
As soon as it was on, it started to burn, and then I even have now wrinkles. And every time I see, especially this eye where she put the product, I always remember this person. Not in a very good way.
So it goes to show you what knowledge does. And
Y si no les gusta, I'm sorry to say this, but I will go the lightest way before I go ham on your skin. So if you do not like the way that I start with taking care of your skin, that's completely understandable. Maybe you want to go hardcore in and just do a chemical peel, but I will always evaluate your skin first and fix what's at the bottom before I fix what's at fix what's at the top before I fix what's at the bottom. So if you're coming in to treat hyperpigmentation, and you want to start right away, but your skin is so dry, and you got to treat the dryness before you can treat the pigmentation, because that's a lot deeper into the skin. So it'll probably take us a little longer than it would if your barrier was not compromised. So patience is very important.
But even with that, say for instance, when you go for depression or for any type of illness to a doctor, you never tell the doctor, why don't you take me to 100 milligrams? They start you with like 5 or something so they can see. Of course, they take into consideration your weight, your age, all these things. But I don't see nobody questioning a doctor when it comes to that. So please know that we all have a reason why we won't go full force on you until we see what the reaction will be.
Which leads me to my other quick topic. If you're coming for spinal flow and maybe you don't know too much about it, but the whole point of a spinal flow is to have an actual wave through all the vertebra. But if you're coming with layers and you're coming with years of problems and injuries, I don't expect you to feel the flow the first time. There is no way. You're coming with too much. But I do expect for you to be patient and then just allow the flow to happen. It's going to take time. And if you're not open to this type of modality, maybe spinal flow won't be for you. But the thing here is, come with an open mind, come with the intention that you're going to heal, and I assure you the healing process is real. But come in with that open mind, come in expecting to heal. Don't expect the whole instant gratification, because it's not going to come from one session, guys. And we're being very truthful. The team that we have here is very professional, and I mean, we might be having a lot of expectations right now from you, but I know the results are going to be the same way, and I know you're expecting the same from us. So what we're asking is, let's work together. Let's work together, let's collaborate for your own healing, but it's a two-way street. A one-way, it's not gonna help. And that's what we want to share with you in this episode.
And to add to that, keep in mind that if you get a massage, if you get spinal flow, if you get a regimen with Bianca for your face, your skin, it's an investment. It's an investment in yourself. And if you start young, say for instance, I don't know, 18 or whatever age, if you start young with getting this little, oil changes, if you want to call them that, that's going to only better your body. It's going to better your skin, and you're going to look better. People are always going to ask you, once you reach 50, 60, what do you do to look so good? Well, I started very young getting my massages, or I always kept with my facials, did this and this and that. And not only that, you are not going to be hit with a big bill if you wait till you're 60 to fix your face, your wrinkles, or all this, because you have been maintaining all these things. You want to look like you're 30 in your 60s, and with one session, there's no way. There's no way. You might as well just go and get operated. But we want to get you from that happening, get you from the injury, stay away from all these things, and we're the people to look for that.
So in a nutshell, guys, I know this video is very serious, so it's very please don't feel...
Are you closing?
Sort of.
Okay, wait. One clarification, guys. I get asked a lot if you need to remove your bra. You can if you want to. I cannot ask you to remove it. So all I require is for you to undress from your waist up. If you decide to leave your undergarment on, you pull the straps to the side, or just pull the straps outside of your arms, and the bra can stay on. But like I said, if you want to, you can get as comfortable as you'd like. Pero por favor, no se acuesten arriba de la cama. Do not lay on top of the table with your tatas out and all that stuff, okay? So it's always underneath the sheets, and for facials, it's always facing up. I do not do back treatments, and for massages, your massage therapist will pretty much tell you if they want you facing up or facing down.
For massage, we do recommend you remove your bra. Just remember, we don't want to see anything, so just get under the sheet, facing up or facing down, depending what we tell you. But if you can't remember, just know to be covered in massage. Only the body part you're working on is exposed. And for spinal flow, there's no need to remove your clothes. And I know some of you don't know yet what spinal flow is, which I'll be making a separate video explaining to you all what that is. And now I am going to close unless you have to see something else.
Well, just to add to that, because I've had experiences with ladies that leave their bras, especially those very thick bras, and it just, the experience, even as a massage therapist, it's not even there for me, and I can just imagine it's not there for the client, because I don't get a full glide, especially on your back. I don't know if it's the same for you.
I can work around it. I can work around the bra, but the thing is, the glide is different. The way you address a muscle, maybe you're working on half of it and the other one you're not because of the bra strap. So it's best if you remove it. Now, if you're very conservative and you're not comfortable, then we can definitely work around it or over it. But if you're looking for a better experience, then definitely removing the bra is the best way to go. You're always going to be covered.
What if the client's hot-natured? Because I've had that, ay, no, mija, yo no quiero la cobija, I don't want the heavy blanket, I'm always hot. What do you do?
Thin sheets, air conditioner on. There are places if they want to be fully nude, you have to get a consent from that person. But to be honest with you, in my case, maybe go see another therapist. I'd rather keep it, I don't want to say conservative because it's good if you remove it, but I'd rather keep it not so much in the gray area and maybe seek another therapist. That's another thing too. We are not selfish. If we cannot help you, we will refer you out. We will refer you out to somebody that does a technique more than we do, or a specialist, anything like that. You're always going to refer out. We only want to stay with the clients that we believe we can help. And like I mentioned, we're going full force telling you all this today because you're paying for knowledge, guys. We didn't do this yesterday. It's been years. So we're just upholding our priorities and our standards, and I hope you do the same when you select your therapist or the person you want to work with. So,
we love you.
We do love you. Thank you so much, and book your sessions.
Yay!
Yay!